Hey YouTube crew, I'm back with another video. I hope everybody is doing well. We're gonna tackle 3 things in this video. 6-year Locaversary, new barber, new loctician. Let's get it. All right, so the first place that I wanna start off is with the 6-year Locaversary, y'all. 6 years of my lock babies. I went natural back in 2010, and in 2010, that was the 3rd time that I had big chops. And I went through the normal phases that everybody goes through when you're going natural after being relaxed or having your hair in some other chemical state prior. I had to figure out how to care for and love my hair exactly the way it was. My hair naturally wants to lock, it loves to tangle, it loves to mesh upon itself, so let me just let it do what it want to do. And so I started my lock journey in 2014 with 2-strand twist, and proceeded through the years, went through all the experience of my locks forming and growing, and now here we are 6 years in. And they are looking beautiful and lovely, and I really sincerely do love having locks and the freedom that it gives me. That is all I say all the time. It gave me my time back. It allowed me to go on vacation and not have to worry about my hair. They have been the most durable hairstyle that I've ever had. So 6 years in, no regrets, love it so much, and gonna keep going. My goal is that I want to grow my locks to waist length. So let me back up. Right now we're about, just above breast length. So I want them to get to about here. And then, we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, let's see how long it takes. So let's talk about the other new things. First, we'll talk about the new barber. My barber and my loctician, unfortunately, were impacted by COVID. Not in that they were affected by it directly in terms of the illness, but their businesses were impacted by COVID. My barber just decided that he was actually ready to get out of the game. He had been cutting for a while, and he had been consistently working 6 days a week with no vacation for, I think he told me, like 5 or 6 years. And so when the barbershop shut down, it gave him a chance to breathe, and he was like, and I want to continue to breathe for a while. I just need a break. And I've had nothing but respect for that. And my loctician, I don't know the exact story there. I do message back and forth with her daughter every now and then on Instagram. They've decided to not reopen, even though, salons are open here. And again, I respect that. But what that left me with is that I had not had a professional retwist in 9 months. I had not had my hair professionally retwisted since January. Now, for anyone that's watching this and they're like, oh, I maintain my locks at home, it's all good. Do you, boo? I do not. I like having someone else get into my hair because the way that they're able to do a retwist is consistently better than the way I do it. And I'm capable of doing it. I've done retwists at home a number of times. It ain't nearly as crispy and good as this. So let's get into the new barber and the new loctician. So I'm gonna start with the cut first. My barber is Yusuf, better known as Jay Nice at Major League Cuts in West Philly. He did a really good job. It's so funny, I came in and I said, Yusuf, this is our first time working together, so I want us to talk about it. He was like, oh, you gonna tell me how to do my job. And he was totally joking. But I'm like a person that does not like to reinvent the wheel when it comes to services. So if you can do the job and you do it good, I'm telling you that I'm coming to you consistently. It needs to be on schedule, and I will tip you every time as long as the service stays good. And he was like, hey, I can live up to those standards. So he was like, all right, so I done the fade, let me do your lineup. I said, oh, I don't do lineups. He's like, you don't do a lineup? He was so hilariously aghast by this. He was like, no lineup, no lineup. I can't let you leave my chair, no lineup. And I was like, all right, let's do it. He's like, so what kind of lineup you want? I was like, you just do what you're gonna do. So he did the lineup as he did. Lineups also hurt. If you never had one, and anyone that has is gonna laugh at me when I say that, those clippers that they use are so sharp to get so close that I was like, He was like, you gonna flinch the whole time? I said, I told you I never had a lineup before, the shit hurt. So, it's just like the blade is really sharp and they have to go over the area a couple of times. I did get like a little minor razor burn that I just put some Neosporin on. But the next time I go back to him, which I will be going back to him again, he was really good and he's close proximity to the loctician, is I'm gonna tell him that I want a little bit more of a rounded lineup. I'm also sensitive to my hairline not getting pushed back to over aggressive lining, which I've seen happen with dudes before. I just want a little softer line, and but the fade itself and the cut, bomb. No issues, no corrections. Then these locks though, let's talk about this. The salon that I'm going to now is Honeybush Natural Studio, also in West Philly, literally less than 6 blocks away from the barber shop. The sister that did my hair there, her name is Mo, sweet young woman, great service, on schedule, pre-booked, kept us on time, which is a requirement for me. I don't mess with anybody that cannot stick with a schedule. So I booked with them through their Squarespace website, gave my credit card info, locked in for 3 o'clock, came in, was in the wash bowl no later than 3:15 because she was just taking the clips out of somebody else's hair and fluffing it. So the retwist happened. When I tell you that I hadn't had my hair professionally retwisted in 9 months, what that meant is that my roots got annoyingly intertwined and intertangled. When I tell you that she had to pop almost every single one of my locks, and I have said to y'all before, I am tender-headed. I would say if I go past 6 to 8 weeks, some of my roots are gonna have to get popped for sure. I go 9 months, almost everything has to be popped. And so she did a really great deep wash. And then as she was going through, she had to, break apart. Almost every single lock had some hair that was intertwined with the other. So I coped with it. I talked to her to distract myself. I balled up my fist in my lap to distribute energy somewhere else. I'm just mad tender-headed, and I've always been that way. But she got in here so good, y'all. These roots are so clean and nice. She did not use too much product. They have their own gel and oil that they use, and it's nice and light, and I don't see any gunkiness, and I appreciate that. And then let's talk about these, the baby hairs though. Can we talk about the baby hairs just for a minute? She said to me, it was so cute, she's like, so what do you want to do with your baby hairs? And I was like, girl, I want them swirly and swoopy, whatever you do. And she's like, oh my God, you're gonna let me swoop your baby hairs? Because no one likes to do it. They just want it going straight back. I was like, well, first of all, no one has asked me about my baby hairs before. Screams Gen Z. But it was so adorable. I was like, girl, do what you do. So she did a nice little swoopy doop, that I call it, with the baby hairs, and they look really nice. The edges are super crispy. The whole retwist is it's popping, y'all. It is popping. So when I talk about and gush about these two people, Mo and Yusuf, it is because they were on schedule. Their service was tremendous. They were focused on excellence, and they got me in and out. You have a repeat customer in me, madam and sir. So yeah, I'm happy, I'm excited. We 6 years in the game. We ain't stopping no time soon. I love my locks. They have gotten so crazy long over this time, and they just are perfectly suited for me. That's my update. I hope everybody again is doing well, staying safe, and please, please make sure to vote. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.